The city of Norman scrambling to figure out what to do after the federal government abruptly took back its promise to help the city pay for a life-saving flood warning system.
It is the same kind officials in Texas say could have saved lives there during this month's devastating floods. News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here with what's next. Spencer.
Yeah, federal officials say they took away that funding because it was part of a wasteful and ineffective program. And because of that decision, the city of Norman isn't sure how it will pay for that system designed to save lives when seconds matter. After a weekend of heavy downpours quickly turned metro streets into rivers. And as first responders in Texas still search for nearly 100 missing people after floods there killed at least 132 others.
Oh, there was no warning. No warning.
We're learning the federal government has cut millions of dollars FEMA once promised to cities including Norman to help build a life-saving flood warning system.
The Trump administration has cut the grant program that would have funded that project, as well as I think at the end of the day, it's hundreds of other projects.
Anna Kramer with DC-based newsroom Notice first broke the story in partnership with Oklahoma Watch. She says in April, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security retracted FEMA grants it previously awarded communities across the country to fund disaster preparedness systems. A DHS spokesperson calling the grant program wasteful and ineffective.
Well, they seem to suggest that it's focused on climate change and that it's been heavily politicized. Neither of those things, however, is true. The reality is that the funding for these programs is mostly focused on flood mitigation for communities that really need it or that have had disastrous floods in the past. More than 60% of the grants in the latest round were going to go to counties that voted for Trump.
The decision means Norman will lose $350,000 in additional funds it was counting on to build its long-planned early detection flood warning system. The same kind of system officials in Kerr County, Texas considered building in 2017 before passing on the idea, something Texas leaders now say could have saved lives.
And I'm not casting any blame anywhere, but I'm just saying as we look forward, what can we do better looking forward? We need sirens.
On Monday, a City of Norman spokesperson told us in part the search to identify other funds for an automated flood warning system will continue.
There's not going to be somebody that comes in and saves us. We're going to have to save ourselves.
Norman State Senator Mary Boren frustrated to see what she calls a federal decision violating all tenets of common sense go nearly unchallenged.
But I'm terribly disappointed that our federal delegation has not allowed us to take advantage of that, and they have failed to keep the extremist voices in their party at bay.
Notice reported Congressman Tom Cole, whose district includes Norman, was one of a handful of congressional Republicans who previously voiced support for keeping FEMA's grant program alive. We reached out to Cole's office Monday, but nobody got back to us.
Of all the people that can handle a bipartisan challenge to protect their district, it's Tom Cole. And I had that kind of trust in what I hoped that his voice would be able to do. But I think I underestimated the power of this extremist narrative.
And that Norman City spokesperson also told us while they try to figure out how to move forward with the funding the advanced warning system, quote, the safety and welfare of Normanites remains our topmost priority, and other mechanisms to protect the public remain in place, such as on-site monitoring and proactive closing of pathways prone to flooding, as well as our Alert Norman emergency notification system.